Patrick McNeil back here with you at the intermission. It's time now for our first 10 questions of the year, and we're joined by 19-year-old Eagles forward Dawson Stairs. Dawson, we'll start with the same one I ask everybody the first time they do this. Who's your favorite NHL team?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Now,
probably going to get some hate for that answer, but...
You'll get some hate and you'll get some love. What was the reaction to the loss to Montreal last year from Dawson Stairs?
Yeah, it was actually very disappointing. I expected a lot better from them, but anything can happen in a game of hockey.
That is true, and the Leafs fans are famous for saying there's always next year, so maybe this will be the year. What is your best subject in school?
Is gym class allowed?
A lot of guys answer that, but if you had to pick something else, what would it be?
I guess throughout high school, it probably would have been math.
I think a lot of the guys say math. They like the stats, so that could be a correlation there.
Yeah, I think that helps out.
All your time playing hockey can be the Q, can be before. Who's been the toughest goalie to play against?
Honestly, I would have to say Kevin Mandelize here from Cape. He was always a tough guy to score against.
Kev, I'd love to hear that. As we're recording this, we're coming up on the month of October. Does Dawson Stairs have his Halloween costume ready yet?
No, that's not planned out yet. I still got to put some thought into that for sure.
But is that something that will happen? Some people aren't really a big fan of the dressing up, but what's your take on that?
I think it'd be a kind of a good team bonding thing to have everyone pick a nice little fit for that event.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Your favorite rink to play in the Q?
I'd have to say the Halifax rink. I just think the atmosphere there is crazy, and it's always great playing there.
Yeah, for sure. And we look forward to getting numbers back that makes the atmosphere special.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hopefully see that this weekend as well. Obviously, being a hockey player, a fair amount of people would know who you are, but if you were to be famous for something other than playing hockey, what would that be?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything else. One thing I would have wanted when I was younger was maybe like a football player or something I was big into when I was younger, and I just never followed that because I gave it up for hockey.
Well, it looks like you made the right choice there, so we're not going to fault you for that. I'd like to ask the guys trivia questions. Big year in the NHL this year because Seattle Kraken come in. Who was the only QMJHL player the Seattle Kraken drafted at the NHL draft?
Oh, drafted. I don't think I'm able to answer. I know who signed in the NHL with Seattle from the Q, but I don't know who's drafted.
Who was the guy that signed?
Luke Hedman.
It was, and it was Jacob Melanson that they drafted.
Okay.
Only Q player. So we'll look forward to the day an Eagle gets drafted by the Kraken. Hopefully it's not too long. The last question for part one. What was the last thing you looked up on Google before this interview?
Oh, geez. Probably like a YouTube video, I would say.
Very good. That's all for part one of 10 questions with Dawson Stairs. You're listening to the Eagles of the Mooseheads at the intermission here at Center 200.